Williams Jr. Here it is.
With an easy question, who do you like in the GOP race?
Nobody.
Nobody?
You remember the golf game they had, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Remember the golf game?
Boehner.
That was one of the biggest political mistakes ever.
Why?
That turned a lot of people off. Watching, it just didn't go over.
You mean when John Boehner played golf with President Obama?
Oh, yeah, and Biden and Kasich, yeah,
What did you not like about it? It seems to be a really pivotal moment for you.
Come on. It'd be like Hitler playing golf with Netanyahu, okay?
Okay.
Not hardly. In the country this shape is in, the shape this country's in, I mean, no, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand that analogy, actually. Well,
I'm glad you don't, brother, because a lot of people do.
Now, basically, and Dude's actually got the full clip. We're going to play more of it tonight on the Nightly News, 7 o'clock, centralprisonplanet.tv. But the point here is he's saying he doesn't like any of the Republicans or Democrats. He's saying they're all bad. He's saying it should be like polar opposites, Republicans and Democrats meeting. Now, he's been fired from Monday Night Football. But we've got to watch Janet Napolitano lecture us about the police state and how groping us is good and injecting herself in at Walmart on telescreens and Mall of America, always forcing their way into our lives. Now they're going to be popping in on smartphones, popping in over the radio. We've got to hear what they have to say. Oh, and then Hank Williams. See, this is political correctness. We should honor people that have their own views. I mean, Madonna and people play at the Super Bowl. And they always call for gun control and stuff. Do I call for kicking her off there? No. Now, meanwhile, Hank Williams Jr.'s son says my dad should not talk politics. And, I don't agree with that. You ought to defend your father's right.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hi, folks, this is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, it's hour number 3. I'm going to continue with some calls right now. Then I must blitz through a bunch of the news on the other side of this quick break. I want to get into Hank Williams Jr.'s son, Hank Williams III, who's contacted us. Says he's a listener. It was like 2 years ago. I got to dig his number out. I guess he wanted to talk to me, and then a producer talked to him, and he's like, well, I just want you to know I listen to the show, but I don't want to get political. I don't know what that means. The whole world is political. And how was your dad not supposed to say he's mad at the whole government, he's mad at Republicans and Democrats, and then he didn't really call Obama Hitler. He's saying it's like two polar opposites meeting. And that's how he should extricate himself from this, if that's what he meant by it. That's what I believe. Because Obama is not like Hitler. Obama is a puppet. Hitler was not a puppet. He was positioned. He was allowed to get into power. The British intel liked it because they thought he was unstable, but he was not a puppet. And but I guess you could compare Obama's handlers to Nazis, because they are for population reduction. We got to dig through the emails and find that. And I know somebody out there knows him. Maybe call Shooter Jennings. I bet he's got his number. And try to get Hank Williams Jr. on to really flesh things out. Instead of telling TMZ, which is a subsidiary basically of Fox Television, what he thinks about all of this. I'm going to be breaking that down coming up a little bit later because it deals with the whole First Amendment and chilling effects. Let's go ahead and talk to Tim in Wisconsin. Tim, thanks for holding. Welcome.
Oh, hey, Alex. So I just had like an idea and stuff like that for, Bank of America and TSA and then for NFL for boycotting all of them. If you could get a boycott list up on the website and stuff of, the top 200 companies. And then just maybe if you made a video of, like people like returning, like someone made a video or you did of just returning items, NFL merchandise to Walmart or other corporations. And because then the shareholders are taking notes that they're losing money. I mean, the message should be that we're not buying.
Yeah, I'm going to call right now in defense of the First Amendment and to stop this new red scare against people that are mad at the government. Hank Williams Jr. clearly, and we just played the clip, said, I don't like any of the Republicans or the Democrats, and basically said it should be polar opposites for Republicans and Democrats to be meeting. And they took that out of context. But even if he said Hitler, so what? And fired him from that job. And they say, well, that's free market. The NFL gets government money, government subsidies. They got Janet Napolitano politicizing it. It's now politicized. They already politicized it. So they can't go after Hank Williams Jr. for what he did. And I want to get a hold of Hank Williams III and see if he's been taken out of context, too, by TMZ. Because, he's here saying his dad doesn't have, basically shouldn't speak because he's just a musician. I know auto mechanics that know a lot more than your average lawyer. I mean, I know military veterans that do. Does it mean they shouldn't be able to speak? Musicians have a right to their views. I'm friends with Jimmy Vaughn. He's a really smart guy and a musician. Dave Mustaine's a musician, super smart. I happen to know Bob Dylan's very political and knows what's going on. Listen to his lyrics. I mean, Bono is running around supporting carbon taxes and stuff. He's bad news, but it's still his right. These are successful musicians and business people. But everybody's got a right. This idea that if you're a musician or that guy's a radio host, who cares what he has to say? Well, you know what? I care what I have to say. And my ideas should stand and fall on my ideas, not on if I'm a ditch digger or if I'm a lawyer or if I'm a pastor or if I'm a school teacher or I'm black or I'm white or I'm old or I'm young. And I agree. Send all the NFL crud back. Listen. I don't toot our horn. We had victories. The Green Bay Packers came out in the newspaper last week and said, we're not going to do the gropings because it's unpopular. We've had a backlash. We need to get all the NFL franchises to say they're not going to be part of this. And we need to get the NFL to rehire Hank Williams Jr. What do you say to that?
Yeah, definitely, because he was on for so many years and stuff. I know my girlfriend listens to Hank Williams a lot, too, and I listen to Country Boy Can't Survive and stuff, all the time, way back in the day in my Trans Am when I was cruising around.
By the way, Harmon, cue that up when we come back. We've got to play some Hank Williams Jr. since he's now boycotted. But I wonder if Hank Williams Jr. supported the Dixie Chicks when they came out against the war. We ought to look that up. But you know what? Even if he was wrong about that, and I don't remember, we should still support his free speech. I supported the Dixie Chicks then. We'll be right back.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
This is a special alert from eFoods Direct. Silver just dumped to a 2-year low, and right now the stock market crashes and recrashes daily. What does that mean to you? When stocks crash, companies fail, jobs are lost, and you can't buy the already too expensive food. eFoods just got notice that wholesale costs on pasta, rice, and beans will immediately jump 20%. The all-time high cost of sugar is tripling. Those who tried to buy silver for security just lost a big piece of the food their silver might have bought before it crashed. So what are you going to do? Get as much food as you can. With these problems you're facing, eFoods Direct has no choice but to extend the free shipping another week to October 9th. Free shipping to October 9th buys more food with shipping dollars. Call 800-409-5633, 24 hours. Go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Call 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Remember, you can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
The preacher man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown.
Well, banned from the NFL.
I live back in the woods, you see. A woman and the kids and the dogs and me.
I'm going to get into some of the news and then your phone calls here right now.
I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a bull.
By the way, I've got this article here out of TMZ. Hank Williams Jr.'s son, my dad should not talk politics. Ken Weldon, who plays country music all over the country, works here in my office. He was telling me, he goes, no, he was saying, you don't want to call Shooter Jennings to get his number, because I know we've had it before. Because he said those two do not like each other. We need to get more of that Shooter Jennings music he made for us, and that we've got that he authorized us to use in Police State 4. We need to play that as bumper music. It's so good. That Summer Rage, we'll play some of that at the bottom of the hour, really predicting a year ago what now is unfolding around the world this summer that's now gone into the fall. But I don't normally cover pop stories. It's just Hank Williams Jr. says he doesn't like Republicans or Democrats and is mad at them all, and says that Republicans and Democrats meeting is like polar opposites, Netanyahu and Hitler. In his view, that's polar opposites. And then he gets kicked off the NFL. There's going to be a big backlash against the NFL because the NFL is an institution. It's quasi-government now. It's used for propaganda. They got Homeland Security prancing around at all the events, groping people, scaremongering, running ads. And I disagree with Hank Williams III says he, quote, doesn't think his father should have opened his mouth about Obama yesterday, telling TMZ most musicians are not worthy of political discussion. I think everybody's worthy. When we start trying to be political and be informed, we could make that important again and not just be a bunch of people that barely pay attention to what's happening. TMZ spokesman spoke with Hank Williams III, a punk rock meets country singer, who tells us the only person out there worthy of mixing political views with music is Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra is the original lead singer of the legendary punk rock band Dead Kennedys, who is now a big shot political figure in the Green Party. As TMZ previously reported, Hank's dad's famous "Are You Ready for Some Football" jam was yanked from Monday Night Football last night after Hank Williams, the second one on Fox News, proclaimed that President Obama and Joe Biden are the enemy. When he was asked, Hank Williams III, about his political views, he told us,